G'day, ZiggyD here. Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft released on the iPad today in Australia, New Zealand, and in a few other countries around the world. And in this video, we're going to be having a bit of a review of the port and seeing how it plays, and also just giving some of my thoughts on, this game on the iPad. So let's jump straight into it. Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft is Blizzard's entry into the world of digital collectible card games. Like other games in the genre, you build a deck of cards and use them to attempt to defeat the decks of other players. Winners are determined through a combination of deck design, strategy, mind games, and a little bit of luck. With Hearthstone, Blizzard sought to make this genre a bit more accessible and visual to play. The game does this extremely well through clear visuals whenever cards are used, and through a real physicality in the way that you move your cards around the board. I've already played a ton of this game on the PC and fallen in love with it, to be honest, despite never having played any other collectible card games in my life. A big issue for me personally is that this is the sort of game that I like to play to fill in time or to relax when I'm not playing other games, and that just doesn't happen when I'm at my PC. Adding support for mobile platforms like the iPad just makes a ton of sense. After all, with Hearthstone on the iPad, there is now so many more ways for you to work the game into your day, like when relaxing in bed of the evening while petting a beloved family pet. Okay. Or even while mowing the lawn. And of course, the most obvious of all, while using the restroom.
Okay, you've been in there for over an hour.
This is our town, scrub. Yeah, beat it. I'm sure with a bit of creativity, you'll be able to find even more ways to fit some matches into your day. But since this game is a port, how well does it actually play on the iPad? In my testing, the first thing that I noticed that was the design focus of making the game really physical is even more obvious when you're basically sliding the cards around with your fingers. The act of throwing out a bunch of cards at once is actually really fun in and of itself. The controls are fairly similar to the PC version, however the ability to click a card and then click a target has been removed. Instead, almost all actions are performed by sliding motions with your finger. This works well most of the time and feels pretty good. However, if you hit a bump in the road while in your car or you release your grip accidentally, then you can easily find yourself fireballing your own face. When you use a card with a secondary ability, the screen will dim and you'll be prompted to tap a target. I'm glad that they went with this route here instead of using the sliding motion again for these effects, so it works out pretty well. Overall, the controls do work well. Card games are really perfect for the iPad in the end. And interacting with the scenery is even more fun on the iPad than it is on the PC, so that's pretty good news too. Graphically, the game performs identically to the PC version, which surprised me. I was expecting effects to be toned down and maybe to have a lower frame rate, but it felt exactly the same to me. The artwork is crisp and high resolution, and the card effects and animations go off without a hitch. In the end, this game has already proven itself to be a huge deal. It has millions of views on YouTube Hearthstone matches, and thousands of live viewers on Twitch daily. The iPad version just expands this game's already massive reach, giving players the ability to play it while away from their gaming PCs as well. And just in case you needed any more motivation to give it a shot, you actually get a free pack of cards just for having a match on the iPad, so it may be worth your time. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm ZiggyD, and thanks for watching. Behold the might of Stormwind!